welcome to today's Decay, celebrating births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time, October 2nd edition. Yeah. What all happened today? All sorts. All sorts. Today, Groucho Marx, born 1890. Is he my favorite Marx brother? Nope. Definitely Harpo. I'm a Harpo all the way. Groucho comes in second, though. Yeah. Duck Soup being my favorite. Alex Raymond, born today, 1909, who was responsible for creating Flash Gordon. A bunch of 1930s cereal. Out of this world cereals. Out of this world and direct to Mars. Not Verna. No, not Verna. Which, the story of Missing Persons by Jack Finney features Verna. I love Of Missing Persons. No relation to the band. He also wrote Time After Time. Why are we talking about Jack Finney today, you ask? Well, he was born 1911, October 2nd. Of Missing Persons. Highly suggested. Really wonderful science fiction. What else is out of this world? It's a real cosmic day, ain't it? Jack Parsons, born today, 1914, which is why we're reading this here book. Sex and Rockets, the Occult World of Jack Parsons. Yeah. What to say? Jet Propulsion Laboratories is his child, as was a homunculus that, what is a homunculus, you ask? Is that what you asked? Okay, I'll tell you. Is the semen from a hanged man falls to the ground underneath a gallows, of which a mandrake root is grown, and from this mandrake root, by way of occult rituals, you can create a soulless being, or maybe a creature from another realm. And Jack Parsons created such a homunculus, along with Curtis Harrington and Kenneth Anger, and maybe a young Forrest J. Ackerman. I was able to meet Curtis Harrington, who talked about his time with Jack Parsons at one of two of Forrest Ackerman's birthday parties, which were all quite surreal. Because here you are sitting across the table from Curtis Harrington talking about first-hand accounts of ritual magic and the occult world of the 40s and 50s in California. And then across the table, over yonder, was Ogre from Skinny Puppy or Booger from Revenge of the Nerds or something like that. And how is this reality? Was it? Was it all just a dream? Did it ever really happen? Yes. What else? Bob Powell, born today, 1916, who was a comic book artist who worked in a lot of pre-code horror things. Not just, but that's some of his best work. I don't have it handy to show you, but yeah, Bob Powell. Do check him out. Rosaline Norton, born today, 1917. There's a fantastic documentary on her called The Witch of King's Cross that I highly suggest. What an amazing loner, outcast, rebel, powerful woman who was born in New Zealand and spent her life in Australia, doing all sorts of wonderful artwork, and I feel like she's out of time. She's a person out of time that I wish, if there's time machines one day, it would be to go back and visit Rosaline Norton and just spend time with her. Yeah, definitely check out the documentary. It's fantastic stuff. I was very lucky to see a exhibit featuring some of her work just off of Washington Square Park in New York City, which is right where the suicide machines are in King and Yellow, Repair Reputations. Unrelated. Suicide machines are a red herring in the story, I suppose. But Pam Grossman from, what is she directly connected to? It was Morbid Anatomy Observatory. Was she the Proteus Gowanus person? Either way, she put together this fantastic occult art exhibit just off of Washington Square Park. featuring some of Rosaline Norton's original artwork. And that was my introduction to her 10-ish years ago, and sticks with me. Sticks with me. Sticks to my ribs. Carrying it with me. What else? Richard Hell, born today, 1949, the originator of punk. You look at like that television show of television, like circa 73 or 72 or something unbelievably early, and like there is a fully finalized form of what Vivienne Westwood and Malcolm McLaren make their own upwards of 5 years later, right? Yeah, Richard Hell all the way. And last, but certainly not least, The Twilight Zone premiered today. Its pilot episode was Where Is Everybody? And it premiered today, 1959. Where is everybody, you ask? Maybe they're at the Flying Fox for another pulse-pounding, edge-of-your-seat installment of The House of No, featuring Hellfire Bray, who's going to be taking us on a wild trip through some absinthe dreams to meet the Green Fairy. To meet the great god Pan. And, very exciting, we have Cortland Hull from the Witch's Dungeon, Classic Monster Wax Museum in Bristol, Connecticut, who is going to be beaming in via satellite, giving us a live tour of the Witch's Dungeon Museum, which is, you know, a schlep, but not the Flying Fox, which is just down the road a piece. All sorts of exciting stuff. But for me, I'm going to get back to reading because it's not time yet, so back to Jack Parsons.